time for caring, being at your best.
Christmas is a time for sharing, knowing you've been blessed.
Christmas is a time for giving, love is made of this. That's what Christmas is. Christmas is a joyful time if you're the lucky ones. Some are blessed with gifts and trinkets,
Others having none. Some have feasts upon the table, others having crumbs.
there are the haves and the have-nots, and you could be either one. It's all about kindness, love and compassion. Better to give than receive. That is a true fact.
But those who don't know that,
well, they are the poorest indeed. And I hope you remember every December that bright shining light from above, the promise from God's lips,
the greatest of all gifts,
wrapped up in His wondrous love. So rejoice in His glory, the great Christmas story, and to all that you're sharing it with. You go tell it with passion of love everlasting, 'cause that's what Christmas is. A time for caring, being at your best.
Christmas is a time for sharing, knowing you've been blessed.
Christmas is a time for giving, love is made of this. That's what Christmas is. That's what Christmas is. Circle of love, halo of light. When Jesus was born on that Christmas night, and oh, what a night that holy night was, when Bethlehem glowed in a circle of love. God sent His Son, His great gift to us, salvation for all. He loved us that much. We honor and praise that gift from above. He holds all of us in a circle of love. Circle of love, halo of light. When Jesus was born on that Christmas night, and oh, what a night that holy night was, when Bethlehem glowed in a circle of love. Happy birthday to you. We praise and we sing, we celebrate you. We're so glad you came. Happy birthday, dear Jesus. Let us lift you up. How thankful we are for all of your love. So Jesus was born, wore his crown of thorns, and he gave it all up to save all of us. Circle of love, halo of light. When Jesus was born on that Christmas night, and oh, what a night that holy night was, when Bethlehem glowed in a circle of love. A circle of love, circle of love.
Good morning, FlossTube. Happy Sunday. It's November 28th, and it feels like I've been gone for such a long time. It has been 2 weeks. I did not record last Sunday. It was a very busy weekend. We had my grandson's very first birthday party here at our house on Saturday, and then on Sunday I went with my friend Stitchy Linda to a joint friend's house, Miss Diane, and just sat and enjoyed a Sunday together, stitching, having lunch, and I prefer to record in the morning, and by the time I got home, I will say after both of those days, I was pretty exhausted, in a good way, in a relaxed kind of way. But let me go to this. Let me just back up 2 seconds and just say, the messages over the last 2 weeks have been fantastic. I am so thankful for my followers, subscribers. I am Chrissy, finally a farm girl, both on my FlossTube channel as well as on Instagram. I do have a Facebook page as well under that. I am so pleased to see such lovely comments come in. It feels wonderful to know that these videos can, are inspiring to you, and that everybody, I know for me that FlossTube is absolutely such a blessing, and it actually is such to me, it's such a huge teacher, because I get so much out of it and inspired by so much of all my FlossTube friends. And so anyways, welcome to my channel if you're new. I hope that you will, hit the subscribe button and the like button. And I sometimes forget to remind you to, in this particular example, it's the perfect example of when you do follow a YouTube channel. If you're interested, make sure you ring the bells so that you know when that channel puts out another video, because I normally record every Sunday in the morning, And it did feel so weird not to be with you all last Sunday, but at the same time, it was so much fun to get away. So, anyways, let's see. I've got notes in my lap because there's so much, and when 2 weeks goes by, oh my gosh, sometimes you just have a time when the haul catches up with you, and everything with decorating for Christmas and holidays happening, it just seems like there's a lot. So I am ready to share with you. I wanted to go ahead and just give a couple of shout outs to who I did watch. I believe on my last episode I was in the middle of sharing who I watched, and then I got sidetracked, which I'm very sorry about that, but I always enjoy Brendan the Serial Starter. I had a fantastic time watching them, but I think most of all, obviously I'm sure it's been shared on other channels, but what an amazing blessing to hear from Brenda herself that she is now cancer free. And you know, God is good, and I'm so happy for her that hopefully she can put this behind her, and I hope she felt the love from this community. I absolutely know that she did, but first and foremost, I think that was just you know, a highlight of our Stitching Friends world this week, was to get that good news. I watched Fox and Rabbit. I watched Becca from Sam Bree Stitches. I, you know, always enjoy her channel, and we've become friends, and I have an announcement that I can share with you more towards the end of this FlossTube. But anyways, I watched the Virginia Stitcher. I will say that was probably my most enjoyed FlossTube during this holiday break, because she went through all her winter stitches. She included Christmas, but she also included winter itself. So she did like a winter whip pattern parade. She put it all into one, and it was so fun to watch and get lost in. We do have a lot of similar tastes on a lot of things, although she has more mirabilias that she works on that are beautiful. But I tend to gravitate to many of the same things that she stitches on. So give the Virginia Stitcher a watch if you haven't found her yet on FlossTube. I watched the Southern Yankee Stitcher. She had a wonderful episode. I will say that, you know, it touched me. She primarily talked about some, you would be best to watch it herself, but on Thanksgiving, she did some really good community service, and she did some things through her church, and I think that it would be best to watch her and see. But it was quite impressive, Olivia. Thank you so much for sharing all of the things, you know, that you did for your community and for veterans. That was really very special of you. I watched the 911 Stitcher, and I watched the Daydream Stitcher and Hands Across the Seas. So now, of course, I watched more. Typically, when I prepped for Thanksgiving, you know, I had it on so that I could just listen and look up occasionally. So there was definitely more than just what I listed, but those are a few shout outs. Let's see. I'm going to jump right in. I pulled all of my Christmas patterns that I have, and with the exception of some of the Prairie Schooler Santas, which I shared with you my binder that I put together last week, but I wanted to go ahead and go through. I pulled every pattern out in another attempt to organize for Christmas and put them in a basket. So, because a lot of them are small, so that I can put it right by my side while I'm stitching, and that way if I decide I don't have to go hunting anything down, I've got everything Christmas related right by my side. Maybe not winter. I do have a few of those stashed away that I think will be great for January. So I want to go ahead and get started on the pattern parade and get that going for you. One second here. And then I've got FFOs. I've got my whips that I have been working on, a lot of them did end up being FFOs. And I do have Happy Mail and haul. So anyways, I'm ready to get going. I'm sitting a little bit back because I kind of ran out of table space. So I hope this is working for you guys. But I'm gonna probably blend everything together if it works out like that. But the first I have are my Lizzie Kates. About a year ago, I started collecting off of eBay, if I found them, or different stash unloads, just the Lizzie Kate's snippets. So this one is Ready or Not Santa from 2001. And I like him because I love the chimney. So that's one. This one is Lizzie Kate's snippet. This is Unwrap the Joy, and this is 2022. Loving his cocoa. There's a pretty good chance he might end up over on, sorry, I didn't mean to cover my face up like that, on my cocoa bar. If I'm finding anything that does have anything like that, specifically like hot cocoa, I think it would be fun to add it in whatever I work on. I think it will be a tiered tray just to make it fun. But anyways, I'm trying to pay attention to Santas with cocoa. This is Lizzie Kate Merry Friends Santa, and it's 03. I like the cat in that, and the cardinal. But I have to admit, Lizzie Kate, I've stitched my first one. I shared it on Instagram, and these are really fun to stitch. I will say I'm so sorry that I've let all these years go by and never stitched a Lizzie Kate. This is Lizzie Kate Coming to Town Santa 2011. Really cute. He might be next. He might be my next one. And this one is Wanted Santa 2002. Okay, so while we're on Lizzie Kate's, I'll share with you what I FFO'd and stitched. This one, I stitched, I started it before Thanksgiving, and then I got almost 90% done, and I did not realize that she had called for Whisper. And this is called A Good Night, and his beard and the hat trim called for Whisper, and I had ran out. I had used it for some sheep. So I went ahead and ordered the Whisper real quick, stitched that in when I got it, added these little squigglies, and I did not care for them at all. I pulled them out, and I usually try to make things work as best I can, not get real stressed about that kind of stuff. I pulled them out. I did not care for, I had already fallen in love with him the way that he was, but I did know it needed the Whisper because with all the white in his pajamas, which is seriously, how cute is that? So anyways, I will share with you, I finished. So this is mine. Like I said, I kind of keep these things simple. And right now, I'm making most of mine into smalls in a pillow shape and not making it an ornament, because if I want to put it in a bowl, I can put it in a bowl. If I want to put it on my tree, I'm just shoving it in the tree and putting some, greenery around it. That way I can decide what works best for me, because I don't have, this is my first year stitching quite a few smalls. So I'm so excited to have them, and I don't quite know where I want them all. This guy for sure right now, he's on the tree, but that's only because I haven't put together the cocoa bar. So he will go there with his cookie. This one, I got the pattern off eBay, and she had the buttons. So it's got the chocolate chip cookie button. It's got his little buttons on his shirt. The mouse is absolutely adorable. I did give him whiskers. The pattern didn't call for whiskers, but I added a few in. I stuffed the heck out of this guy, and I just, oh my gosh, I love him so much. Then on the back, let me see if I got it. I just used some, it almost looks like the Cupid floss. It's like an over-dyed bright red, so there's a little black in there. And then I just kind of put this here. And I don't know if eventually I'll put something there, but for right now, I'm quite happy with my holly berries and the gingerbread button. Anyway, so again, this is my guy, and I just love him. Now I only put the whisper here. I did not do it on the hat. I just preferred it without, and I just think this guy is so cute. He really is. He made me real happy to stitch on. It was super easy to fall in love with him. Okay, let me put that one down. Okay, moving right along. Christmas patterns. I have two Mill Hill bead kits. I have, this is Santa in the Chimney, and I have failed miserably at joining in on Mill Hill Mondays, but I'm definitely ready to get him stitched up. I love him. So that's hopefully going to be on my plans for this week. I would love to at least get a start on him. And let's see here. And then I also have, it's called Believe. Now, I definitely, when it comes to Christmas, I kind of cross over in a few different decorating styles because I absolutely love a traditional Christmas. I absolutely love cutesy poo Christmas, and I absolutely love primitive Christmas. So the black tray that I made and the Brenda Gervais little pillow that I shared last time that I finished that my mom stitched, this guy I think will head into that tray because it's in my living room and it's more of a primitive colonial type feel, so I do need to stitch some of those. So it's just funny because I don't think there's a lot of Christmas that I don't like. I love all of it, but I do love when it comes to the gingerbread theme and the kitchen. I do love more of your Lizzie Kate cute stuff. And then in the living room, I do like the primitive look. So those are my two Mill Hills I have. I have Heart and Hand Patchwork Deer. Really like this. And again, I don't think it's a terribly huge design. Let me see if it tells me this. Basically 103 by 112. So it's nice. It's a nice pattern inside, easy to read. It's black and white. So a lot of people, I'm learning, I love color patterns, but I am learning a lot of people really like to stick with their black and white patterns. Okay, this is love this. This is a Souvenirs of the Heart, and it's by Brenda Gervais with By Needle and Thread. This one's been around for, a good chunk, and I absolutely love this. I don't think it gets much better than that when it comes to a little Christmas house. And so I want this to get finished up this year into a small, and this size is 67 by 89 high. Now I believe this is one that my friend Linda, I gotta find out if she did this one. I believe the stitching on this is, one strand over one on 28 count mushroom Lugana. So that's a little different for me, but I definitely want to give it a shot. So pretty. Okay, the other thing I had was, I have an Abbey Rose that is, and I was searching, I felt so silly. I have been searching for other, besides Santa, singles, just a reindeer, so I can put in my tree, and I'm hoping to put a small video in front of my FlossTube today that will show you my tree with the stitches on it. And anyways, I'm hoping that happens for you as a segue into my video today. And this pattern here is gonna go in the other room, and eventually I will do, a Christmas home tour. But this is by Abbey Rose Designs, O Come All Ye Faithful. And the reason I was laughing and sharing that was I was hunting for a church to put on my little tree, which means it's got to be small. So I thought, geez, I didn't even think about I could just stitch this church right off of here. But eventually I want this out on the bigger tree. It was very exciting that if you're new here, we moved into this house about 5 months ago now, maybe more. Geez, probably more. But we ended up getting a new tree before Thanksgiving. So we have a 9-foot tree in the living room, and it was really fun. And so it can handle some bigger size things, or this could go in the box, the black box. So, and that is right next to it. Last time we gathered, I shared my Christmas miniatures box. It's like a big lit up shadow box of basically Santa's house getting ready. So I put that next to the tree, and then the black box on top. And I know it doesn't make a lot of sense right now, but I'll share it soon. Anyway, so that was O Come All Ye Faithful. This I fell in love with last year. Can't believe I'd never heard of it. I absolutely love Little House Needleworks charts anyways. But this is Lantern Lane. And if you search this on Instagram or anywhere else, it is, to me, the picture is great. But it still does not do this thing justice. This is gorgeous stitched up. So I'm excited. And this might be, not sure that it'll get a start this year, but I really hope that I do. But I'm having so much fun stitching smalls and working on what I have whips wise, and I know I have new starts coming as far as sales go. So, you know, you need to stitch what you love. You need to stitch what you're motivated to stitch, because you'll get it finished. So anyways, I also got, I'm gonna go through my homespun elegance patterns now for Christmas. I have the 2021 flag waving Santa. I'm all about the patriotic stitches, so this one's gonna happen soon. I think he's a great size. So I really like him, and I can tell you what the size is on this too. Well, I thought I could. Here, for a second. 1 minute. This is on 30 count putty. Okay, stitch count 42 by 59. So it's nice size. It's just a nice size ornament. Then this was our 2019 Dapper Santa. Another quick one. And again, now he's more primitive, so it's easy for me to know right where I would put him. This is the 2013 Mary Mary Soul. This one has a little charm with it, and this one I do know was an eBay find for me. It's funny, if you shop eBay for anything, you know, older, obviously you're to me, I find I get better deals when you're shopping out of season, and that kind of makes sense. But I know I got this quite a while ago, and I think he's really cute, so I'm excited to get that one stitched up too. All right, this is 2010 Stitching Joy Santa ornament. This one again, another older eBay find. It's got a sheep. It says Noel. Love it. Okay, now this is a Cinnamon Stick Santa, Merry Noel Sampler Santa. Love him. And let's see here, does she give you the size? Yep, 99 by 114. So a little bigger than what I've been stitching on some of the pillows, but still small. Okay, these are Cinnamon Stick Santas. I've shared these before. I love that I did, because it's funny how when I shared them, made by Michelle McGraw, Michelle, you know, again, she found something she liked, and I think, you know, she ran out and grabbed a few, and these are still really quite easy to find on eBay, maybe not all at the same time. This is Colonial Santa. This one is Santa and His Winter Friends. see the whisper on that one already, and this one too. And this is Sampler Santa. And I have one put away that I haven't started him, but he's going to get started soon. And I have he's going to be on 25 count 1/1. I think I got corrected on that. My friend Linda, Stitchy Linda, had gifted me the 25 count, and I think I said 2/1, and it's 1/1. So anyways, I keep learning. But anyways, and then there is Christmas Delivery by Cottage Garden. Make sure I say the whole thing. I've shared this before. This was new. I love that. That's a really good sleigh. Really good sleigh. Okay, so while I'm talking about sleighs, I'll show you the next. I basically started and finished. So let me get that. The pattern I picked was off of Etsy by Cherry Hill Stitchery, and it was Jingle All the Way. Okay, so I'm absolutely happy with my finish and what I did, but I will admit this is the first time that I always loved a red sleigh, so I picked a red that is a Lancaster red that I use all the time, and I was just having fun going to town, and I really think when all is said and done, I should have left it green, because I did have to make some changes, and I'll just say that I feel like the green sleigh would have popped with everything else she used, so share that with you. This is my finish, and because I changed it to red, it was the first time it kind of made me have to change a lot of other things with it. I changed some of the packages, and like I said, it's really not a big deal. This is not a sampler. I'm not upset. I learned that, yeah, I might like a red sleigh, but maybe you should have just stuck with what the designer had in the bright green, and I think it might have had a different look, because even my green filigree in the sleigh, I should have went with that one. I should have offset the dark with the light. Oh my gosh, I just forgot. I forgot that I had 2 finishes on the wall. I might have to actually walk away and grab them, because it would be sad not to share them with you today. Anyways, that came back from the framers. So, okay. Anyways, love him. And her design is adorable. Rudolph is just so cute. This is my back. I got this little fabric from Joann's. I did some French knots here, so it would look like holly. The button came from Joann's, but I'm really, really happy with this. This sits in a little wood tray on my table. You'll see it in the video. And that was Cherry Hill Stitchery. She's got some really cute patterns. You should go check her out if you've not tried one yet. They're very fun to stitch. And I love that she had the color pattern. Let me check one second here. I can tell you if there's, I don't recall if there's, yeah, there's also black and white. So you get both. It's really, really cute. And I think it's just one of those things. It is okay to say. It is okay to say when you've made a mistake. It's okay to say when you think, I would do that differently. And I'm here to tell you, I love a good red sleigh, but I probably should have stuck with the green, because they all would have, I think it would have been a little bit more cohesive of a finish. So, but again, that was number 2. I was really excited about that. And it's really cute. So this is another Cottage Garden. It's Snow Time. I got him last Christmas. And again, she's got some really cute patterns. Now this I pulled out, not because it's Christmas, but because I think that I would like to stitch it and put it in my tray, because it's red and it's small. And I think it would be adorable on a tree, and then I can use it all year for other things. It can go for Valentine's as well because it's just red work, and we should always have something red going on. So this is really, really cute. This is by Pineberry Lane. And this is Fanny Griswold, 1863. So that's why that's in my basket. Okay, I am on Blackbird Designs, and I actually have more Christmas probably than anything else of Blackbird. So I have the book Home for the Holidays, which I can tell you, I'm checking off my boxes of goals and bucket lists of stitching, and this week I'm gonna stitch a stocking. And it'll, you know, it's still an ornament, it'll go on the tree, but I'm really, really excited to pick my first one and do my very first Blackbird design stocking. So that's that book. And I know these are shared time and time again. I like this one because it had the sampler in it, but it also, this has got another good small in it. Really, really pretty. So there's a lot in this book. I have All Joys for Thine. I grabbed this one on sale at my local needlework shop, which is Brick City Cross Stitch in Ocala, Florida. This one I think will be a start this year. I don't have the linen yet, but I've got a good long time to be able to get myself some. This is Merry Christmas. You're seeing a lot of people stitching on this right now. It's a nice size and it's really pretty. I grabbed this one last year when it came out, Christmas Rose. It's another one, I mean, whichever one I decide to start, it doesn't matter. It's a nice size, something fun that you can accomplish. Now this one I got because this is Feliz Navidad, Blackbird Designs. You can find this, but this one I bought because eventually it'll go to my daughter Olivia. When she was little and in kindergarten, they did a Christmas show on stage, like a talent show, and her and some friends or maybe it was part of music class, I'm trying to remember exactly, but this is what they sang, and she must have sang it around the house so much. And if you asked her what her favorite song, Christmas song was, it was Feliz Navidad. And so eventually the memories attached to just that time are just too sweet, so I definitely want to make sure that, you know, that one will go to her. Okay, let me go ahead and share another finish. This is by, I saw this come across my Instagram feed, and it's called EllisonHiggs.com. So I follow her, I think she does a lot of quilting stuff too, so this just happened to come out, and I've been looking for Mrs. Claus cross stitches. I think I shared that with you. But when she shared this on her Instagram page and that she had an Etsy shop, I went real fast. A lot of these things are on sale right now, obviously, and it's been really hard. I feel like my head's been spinning. Which direction do I go when you get 20% off, 30% off, and all these new things you're seeing? It's really hard to stay in control of yourself. But anyways, I grabbed that and I stitched her up. She's so tiny. She's so tiny. She fits in my hand. This is Mrs. Claus. I just, you know, used my own colors. And at first I thought I wasn't gonna stitch the hutch behind her. I thought I could just get her. But because I thought, I don't want to do all that back stitch. But actually it was really, really well marked and very simple coming off of her dress. So if you kind of maybe thought, you know, I don't want to do the extra, I mean, one, fine, you can just stitch her. And two, it was done so well that it was very easy to, I stitched her first, and then I worked from her right here at her waist down. And I put this little piece of trim on the bottom, making it to me kind of looked like she was standing on the floor on a rug. Just used a little bit of check, homespun, kept the back simple. I used buttonhole stitch going the opposite type direction. And, you know, of course, gingerbread. So it sits at the very top of the tree. But again, I mean, when you're looking in my hand, she's just so cute. So I really like that I tried her. Adorable. Okay, this is one that I don't have a bag for yet. And I've had it in there for, geez, over a year. But this is Sub Rosa's 2015 Christmas sampler, Molly Mitchell. Now I fell in love with this and I do not know why I have not stitched it yet. Maybe it's better if I go here. There you go. But, am I close enough for you? The part I like, the part I liked was, okay, this was a good over a year ago. Her design is so nice to read. It really, really is. And the border, even though it's there, it's not a hard one. So I think this is going to be one of those samplers that is just a joy to stitch on. And I already have, I've got it partially kitted. I already have 28 count Casual Vintage Country Mocha ready to go. So this one might get a start this year. First, she's going to get herself a nice bag. I ran over to Goose. I'll share that later. And grabbed myself a bag. And we started our own little stitch along, so I'll share that one with you in a little bit. But okay, so that is Molly Mitchell 1836 by Sub Rosa Designs. We're almost done. This one, well, with what I had in stash. This one is the one that we actually have a sale going on, Stitchy Linda and myself, and I'll give you the other names at the end when we talk about sales. But this is the Noel Sampler by With Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais. And this one I actually got kitted from Country Sampler. So it's got the darker linen, and it came with all the DMC. And this is our Christmas Day. This is my Christmas Day start. So that's that. And I know I shared with you last time that I had picked up this. So this is in my stash right now for the cocoa bar or gingerbread tree, whichever way you want to look at it. But I haven't started them yet. But that is the Calico Confectionery Ginger and Spice. Okay, the last little bit is, of course, the stockings. Now, I will say I have these. My mom had given them to me. She stitched 2 shepherd's bush stockings. I don't think she's ever stitched one. I know for a fact she never stitched one of these. But this is the Holiday Workshop. This one is the Holiday Kitchen. I gotta tell you, this one's gonna get stitched. And of course, you know, if you watch Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, you'll see that she has finished a couple of these herself. This one is the Stitcher Studio. So really, 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 you know, they're stitch heavy, but they're not something that you need to worry about getting done in a month. So you just, you know, baby steps on that. But I love the sticker. This is, my mom was a certified financial planner, and you know, she just used her stickers and put them on her patterns. So, okay. And the last one was I shared with you last time, and I still have it, is I had picked up the Twin Peak Primitives ornament book that they had put out for 2021. I know, I've given it a good look over. I know exactly what one I would want to start first. But, okay, so let me go ahead and Give me 2 seconds to put these in here. And make a little bit of room. Okay. The next one I'd already shared with you, but I might as well do it here. But this was one of the other ones, Stitching with the Housewives, that I had modified, and I already shared the pattern with you. So, and then I did this one, which I'd already shared the pattern with you last time. So right now, these are all on my tree in the kitchen, and I have had a blast stitching on them. And this was sugar stitches. I can find it for you if you want the name of this. Just put me a comment below, and I'll make sure that I link this one for you. Okay, whew-wee. Let's see. All right, let's get into what I actually stitched on here. Okay, I did stitch on, 1 second. Okay. I haven't shown this in a few weeks, but this is Twin Peak Primitives, A Christmas Carol. And the only thing about this pattern, just so you know up front, is I'm putting some of my own changes into it. So this is on 28 count water lily, and it's a little hard to even tell what the progress is, but I am working on the buildings. I'm getting, like, these are steps, I'm getting the building blocks in here, and I'm right, wait a minute here, I'm looking at it backwards now. I'm over on this side here. So I'm starting to be able to put in, windows and things like that. My goal is to work all the way around using the bottom to bring me around to the building in the back, and then be able to stitch Scrooge and get him in the middle. And that'll help get some good placement going for him. And I'm working my way up. So this is the light post. I've got it up to almost to where the window ledge is. So that's that. That's 28 count water lily, and it's fun. It takes a lot of. It's got some heavy stitching in it, but I have a village, and I'll share that with you another time. I have Dickens Village. That was my mom's, and I think it'll be fun to have it to go with it, because I'd like to do my hutch as I've got the bottom part of the hutch is the Dickens Village, and I'd like to put some cross stitch that would match, and just that would be my hutch, be A Christmas Carol. So that's one idea that I had with that. There's just no place to put this. It does get crazy. It really, really does. Okay. And of course, everything I did was, as far as my stitching, they kind of turned to finishes. So it's so weird not to be working out of a few different bags. This was the Homespun Elegance Cinnamon Stick Santa. Santa is a star. This is the one I'm going to start with. This is the one that I am going to try it on the 25 count. This one is the Country Mocha Lugana, and do it 1/1. I think he's going to be so cute. So let's hope I can get a start on him. Okay. I grabbed, it's So Emma and Lori Holt. I did grab the Vintage Christmas Sampler, because I think these might be good individually, or maybe my idea would be to pick my favorite 4 and build off of, and just build 4. So I can tell you, hands down, I would go for reindeer, Santa, gingerbread, snowman. I just think it would be fun to, my intention is not to do the whole thing, and either be able to throw them in the tiered tray or on the tree, but maybe work with 4 blocks at a time, so that you get that complete square. anyways, I don't have it kitted up yet. A lot of her colors are the same, but this one you might see get done this week as far as an ornament finish. Okay. I have everything balancing. Okay. Now, I started after Thanksgiving. I had found on eBay the Prairie Schooler by the Chimney 2008 limited edition. And so it came with the linen and the floss. And unfortunately, I ran out of the Classic Colorworks Blackbird, which is really one of its primary colors. Absolutely, my first Prairie Schooler, fell in love with it. I have enjoyed this so much. It was really hard to put it down. But this is where I'm at. I underestimated the value and the joy that stitching on a Prairie Schooler brings. I really underestimated. And this red is Classic Colorworks Cupid. New favorite color. Absolutely a new favorite red. So I've got some of the bottom started for the fireplace, but this is where I ran out of the Classic Colorworks Blackbird. But again, this is by the Chimney, and it was a 2008 limited edition. I have this and one more that I got off eBay a couple years ago. So, or a year ago, I think. Anyways, I try to watch for these, and so I was really excited. I thought I was going to have a finish, and then I knew I was going to run out. So I'm waiting for that one to come back. Probably means I'm going to have to take a run up to my up to Brick City, which, oh, poor me, right? Okay. Then I feel like everything's gonna fall off the tray. Okay. Then I was talking with Denise of Dot Dot Goose. Just gonna let it go here. And I have her bag. Hold on one second, because I have her bag that I shared for the Christmas Santa at Christmas Morning in the Kitchen by Twin Peak Primitives, and this was the bag and the fabric by Denise that I absolutely fell in love with. So I immediately knew what I was gonna replace and put in this bag, and I had grabbed the Country Cottage Needleworks Greetings from the North Pole. And Linda grabbed it as well. So when I shared something I was going to start, Denise from Dot Dot Goose said, "Hey, I have that too. You know, I think let's go ahead and start." So this was our Thanksgiving Day start, and so it was fun because that's how quickly a sale can get started. It always cracks me up. So right now we are working on Greetings from the North Pole, Country Cottage Needleworks, and this is my progress. I'm waiting on one floss color, one or two, but I was able to get a start in. So it'll be a combination of DMC and the called for dyed floss, but this is where I'm at. Let's see if I can get you. There we go. So I started at the bottom. Came across to get my width in there. This is folded up. There you go. And then I made sure I came up each side equally so I knew what the width was going to be, and now I can start filling in some of it and not leave my border, you know, to the end. So, and I'm waiting for the green that goes on the border, but these guys are seriously adorable. They don't have their little French knot eyes in, but they're really, really cute. So because I didn't have the green for this and that, I moved over and I am starting to work on their house next to them. So that's where I will be. Sorry, it was crimpled. It was exactly what I was working on last night. So love it, absolutely love it. Enjoying doing this with Denise and Linda and anybody else who decides they want to join in. Please feel free and share your progress. And of course, love this bag so much. Okay. I did get pens for the Lori Holt planner. I got a good recommendation from a viewer that said these Uniball pens are really, really nice to work with. So I grabbed myself a set of that, and I'm keeping them all fresh and new. Okay, now, I think we can start haul, which, believe it or not, like, now some of the haul is not Christmas, obviously. So, a minute here. I feel like I keep saying that a lot, and I'm so sorry. But the table was just absolutely filled. I can't imagine anybody who would have, that's why I think, like when Brenda and Laura did, they used to pick a designer and they would showcase that designer, because boy, once you start really gathering a good collection, mine's a mixture, but I can't imagine doing much more. I'd have to have a complete wraparound table for it. But it certainly is fun collecting it. Okay. This one is going to get started hopefully this week. This is Cherry Hill Stitchery. I don't have the fabric, but it is part of my haul. I picked this up. There is a sale going on. I believe I did share it with you last week, but I wanted to share it again in case you still wanted to join the sale. Let me grab the book here. It's called Have a Cup of Cheer Sale. Hashtag Have a Cup of Cheer Sale. Pattern is by Cherry Hill Stitchery. And this one is being basically Java Girl Stitches, Starry Night Studio, designs by Stacy, and the other name I'm just going to if you did want to follow and do this, it's ANDROAT61. Okay. If you go to make it easy on yourself, if you just want to go to Java Girl Stitches and see her progress, I know Sambry Stitches has stitched this as well. At this point, I'm not sure which way I'm going to go with my linen. I really liked Becca's linen. Becca from Sambry Stitches, I liked what she used. Really, really cute. So anyways, this is another stitch along, and I hope to be jumping on board with that one this week. Okay, haul. I got, With Thy Needle and Thread, Cup of Christmas Cheer. Probably should have grabbed this little one as a kit, but I'm very, very happy to have him. I don't know that I'll get him stitched up this year, because I think it would be nice to make sure you have everything that you want on him to be special. So I at least picked up the pattern. Okay, eBay, or let me finish, I'll save eBay for last. This goes back to Expo. They had not come in. I ordered my Expo through my local needle shop, and I have collected Brenda Key's from the Sampler Company patterns. It was one of the first things I started, I could say, creating a general collection. I absolutely love her designs, so I did get her 2 new ones this year that came out around Expo. And her patterns, she doesn't usually put the name on the front of that. So hold on one second. Sorry for the crinkle. Let's see if I can see it. The Tall Ships Sampler by Brenda Keys. And then she also put this one out. at that house. Holy moly. There we go. This one is called the Dwelling Place Sampler. That house is phenomenal. So I'm excited. I do know that 2022, one of the very first bucket lists that I want to check off is I have never stitched a Brenda Keys, and I probably now have about 7 of them. So I am very excited to get going on one. I don't know which one I'll pick first, but they're always, they stitch up beautiful. Okay, now haul. I fell in love with this Rosa Sugars 1881. You've probably already seen it, but it's from Hands Across the Sea. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I bought it because of her. And it's just the perfect size stitch. So this is Rosa Sugars, and this is my first time getting one of the new pamphlets like this way. And I think it's so cool. You've seen them, I mean, Brenda and Laura. Laura's already stitched a couple of them like this, I believe. But so cool. I think making it so easy for the stitcher, and this is just gonna be so fun. So I'm not sure if I will wait for Hoop and Frame to maybe, and they may already have done it, but maybe I will, after the first of the year, look into getting the silks that go with this, because it's not terribly big. So I'm excited to have one of these in there in the new designs. Okay, now this one's gonna sound absolutely crazy. This is haul. This is part of my Christmas gift. However, then it will be a gift for my daughter Olivia for her 20th birthday next October. I saw the model in the window at Brick City when I went up for something else, and I came home, and that's all I could think about. And it is so fun to be able to stitch different things that wouldn't necessarily be my taste, but it's somebody else that you know is gonna love it. So this is Poltergeist Pirates, and basically I just told Jean, get it all ready. There are buttons that I need to buy, but that's okay. Hold on one second, there was a lot that came in this. But I cannot tell you how amazing this thing looked in the window. So it's by Glendon Place. I was lucky enough to and blessed to get one that is a signed copy by Cheryl. And if you could look at this up close, I just wish I could explain to you how the colors in these shredded sails are so good. The colors that she uses are so good. So the linen is, I went ahead and grabbed the linen. It's a 28 count. The one that the model might have been, there was also Ada available on this. I know there was. So, but it, ooh, hold on one second, because I've got to read it to you. Okay, so there's a specialty linen that goes with it. It's hand dyed. It's called Bang, B-A-N-G, and it is by Crossed Wing Collection. I would say possibly the easiest thing to do is if you really were if you're crazy like me and you decide you want to start stitching on Poltergeist Pirates after the new year, you could call Jean and she would have, you know, she has that and she could kit it up. Now the fabric, I believe she did order for me because I didn't, I wanted it on the 28 count even weave. So this, look at this. I just, look at that. I just think that's gonna be so cool. And you know, there's just some things, you know that, and I just, you have to enjoy stitching on it as well as them enjoy receiving it and something they love. And when the two come together, I just was like, that's phenomenal. This shark is so cool. But these are like skeleton buttons here. I don't have those yet, but it has specialty fibers, and I did get those. They were all out here. Okay, so this goes with it. It's a Rainbow Gallery thread pack. Get the glare out of there. And then there's 6 colors. Okay, let's see. 6 colors that will go with it. And I gotta tell you guys, the end result of this it's phenomenal. So I am really excited to get a start on it. I won't worry about the buttons yet or anything like that until I get a go. But the linen itself, or the fabric, is gorgeous. And I just know that I wanted something special for both of the girls for their 20th, and that's coming this year. So I think this will be perfect. I'm definitely going to need to get a bigger size, because it'll be a big piece. Pirate project bag. That was kind of fun to say. Pirate project bag. Okay, so if anyone else decides that they're stitching this, could you please message me so I know I have someone else that's gonna stitch along? I think that would be, really, really great. So, and on that note, I have a subscriber who wants to start the Lincoln Sampler. She wants to start the Honest Abe Sal. She wants to start, Twin Peak Primitives, the Lincoln Sampler. But she does not want to stitch it without a stitchy friend. So I told her that I would, without using any names, I can put y'all in contact with each other, or, they're on Instagram. So if you are, that makes it even easier. But I told her I would put a little message out there, and if anybody is thinking of starting, the Lincoln Sampler, if you could just let me know, and if it's okay that I can pass your name on. I get it. I totally get it. That's kind of what I'm talking about with that bigger project. It is nice to have someone stitching alongside with you and keep you motivated, especially on these bigger pieces. Just keep you motivated, keep you going, sharing progress. It's all part of that stitchy friendship that is so nice. So just let me know if anybody is thinking of starting that. Okay, I grabbed this. I guess I should do the last haul. This is the Prairie Schooler Happy Christmas, and both Stitchy Linda and I are going to stitch this. We're not ready yet. I think she has decided she's going to stitch it on gray fabric, and I don't know yet. But we both fell in love with this. We both love stitching houses, so it's just real easy. And so this is not on cardstock. It's the newer version, but that is quite all right. And I love that you always get some of these smalls. So anyways, this is Prairie Schooler, Happy Christmas. And I'm not quite sure, but I'll keep you posted as to when we're gonna get started on that one. Okay, now, this is probably gonna stay out for today. This is gonna be December 1st, the Stitching with the Housewives. And of course, Fat Quarter Shop will make it very easy on you. They are going to be stitching with the Housewives all month long for the month of December, and I'm going to participate. So every day I will stitch on a Stitching with the Housewives, and my goal would be to obviously conquer many little Christmas pillows. So this is going to be one of my next ones, and this is Santa's Cookie. I don't know if I'll stitch all of it, but I feel like I will. I feel like that's the perfect size. So I probably will stitch everything on this. Last time I think I shared with you, I took like Holly and Jolly off, or whatever it was. But this is a nice size, so I'm excited to keep him out and get working on that. Okay, we're officially to what I got from eBay, and it's not too much, but anyways, it was over 2 weeks worth. This was, I found a Lizzie Kate pattern is called Ho Ho Ho, but it was a kit. So it had the linen and it has these dyed floss. So let me show you and whisper. I don't know how I'm gonna feel or handle the darker linen because it's pretty dark. So I can always change that, that's okay. But it came with the linen and it came with these dyed threads. And the gold is gorgeous. The overdyed gold, the red. I mean, this is when you find stuff like that. It was well worth many of them. I make, you know, I do make offers on, and if it works, it works. But anyways, I really loved having another Lizzie Kate. Okay. All right. Oh, I forgot. I thought I had it all organized, but apparently this one slipped away. This was another part of haul, and this one came from my local needle shop. This is Stitching with the Housewife Claus Christmas. I did kind of fall in love with that one, and originally I only intended on stitching her making a little pillow and him making a little pillow, and at this point I'm undecided. I'm not sure about the whole banner thing. I love it. I always kind of sometimes in my mind want to know where I'm going to put it. So this one, she had I did watch the Stitching with the Housewives, and it was with Fat Quarter Shop, and they had kind of like a live talk, and that was really good. I really liked that because I did learn more about Chelsea, and I learned more about Priscilla and Chelsea and how they work, and especially since, you know, their patterns have gotten pretty popular and they're very busy. So that was kind of, I like that. I like learning about how they were working it. And of course, Kimberly Jolly from Fat Quarter Shop, you know, they're just really cute together. So it really made me excited to join along in December. And I don't know how I won't start this right away because I just want to decide first, do I want to stitch the whole thing or do I want to just stick with my smalls and break it apart? But either way, it's adorable. I got it. This is Claus Christmas. Okay. I thought I had all the cinnamon stick Santas, and apparently I am way off, and there's a lot more because a lot have come out now, maybe because it's Christmas time, but this one is called My Favorite Things, and I had never seen it because it's funny, this guy has a little, it's like a wool applique on him. That black crow and the snowman. So, and look at that beard. That one it just looked pretty unique. So I'm excited about that. And I added another one. That was Etsy or eBay haul. And then I found, and I just was like, I was so excited. I've been wanting some of these other Prairie Schoolers, the cardstock ones, and somebody sold 4 as a set. And so I was able to get December, the Prairie Schooler December, and it gave me lots of choices, lots of different choices for little smalls up there, as well as I can do the whole thing. But I really love this. And the fireplace is cute. I mean, it's nice because it's twofold. You can get a lot out of that. So I grabbed that one. It came with, oh sorry, they all came together. It came with evergreen. Really cute. It came with Woodland Santas, which is really one I wanted to have in my collection. I believe, I'm trying to think of who stitched that. I saw it last year getting stitched and I fell in love with it. And that would have been what I picked first too. But absolutely, I'll start with that one. Woodland Santas. Oh, that was my dog yawning. And then Winter Samplers. So I was pretty excited about that eBay purchase. Again, just gave me a good variety, and I feel like I'm a little bit behind the mark on the prairie schooler love, and so it's been so much fun. Now, I wasn't gonna say this, but it's okay, because if I don't share all, then you don't know me all the way. So I did something that I laughed about and actually told Linda I cheated. I told Stitchy Linda I totally cheated, because I came across on eBay somebody who had stitched some prairie schoolers, and I am going to say I did not cheat. I'm going to say that I just rescued. That just sits better with me. But I fell in love with them, and she was selling 4 prairie schoolers that she had stitched on exactly the color fabric I would have wanted it on. So I became the owner of 4 finished prairie schooler Santas pretty much instantaneously. Now, I don't know the years, and she didn't put the years on them, and I'm okay with that. But I would love to be able to add these to my tree this year, and then I'll be stitching them myself. But I thought, how wonderful. So there was this one that came. She stitched beautifully, and she shared her backs. Who does that? Like, seriously. This one. But I did feel like I cheated. But that's okay. He's really good. And I thought too, because this was enabling me, what better way to practice on more finishing than to practice on, it would help me. So then there was this one. And I love, this is on, I can tell it's on 28 count. It's on that dark, maybe this is exactly what prairie schoolers call for. The limited edition prairie schooler I'm stitching on is a different linen. It came in a kit, and it's not the regular called for. And then there's this guy, Santa. So I'm just keeping it real, everybody. But this was a lot of fun. And I'm so excited. I wanted to show you first, and now I'm really excited to get finishing them, because it's nice that I can do some of that kind of finishing during the day with Philip. I can just quickly get these done and put them on my living room tree or something like that. But anyways, I just, anyhow, we're just going to call it that I rescued / enabled myself. And totally fell down the prairie schooler well. Okay, I am down to Happy Mail or Stitchy Kindness, because I have a little bit of both. I had mentioned when I went up with my friend Jennifer, and she had never been to a local needlework shop, that she made the purchase and kitted up the classic Country Cottage Needleworks Santa's Village, and I fell in love with it. And my friend Stitchy Linda had kitted it up with the fabric and the patterns, and she's already stitched 2 full series by them, and decided that this one wasn't going to happen for her, and gifted it to me. So I have all of the Country Cottage Needleworks Santa's Village. So now I can take my time, collect the buttons that go with it. She, so graciously gave me, she had already bought the linen to go with it. This is, what does she have with it in here? Santa's Village 32 count lamb's wool, Jobelan lamb's wool, which I love to stitch on. So another 32 count, which I don't think I shared with you, the one that I was doing with the Country Cottage Needleworks, the stitch along with Dot Dot Goose, that's a 32 count as well. So I'm enjoying it. But I am so thankful for this. And, thank you, Miss Linda. She knows how much I love her. And Miss Jean knows how much I love her. And I will be there for the buttons, Miss Jean, just so you know. So I'm excited, and I know that I'm hoping to find a good size. Again, I've got a couple of bags being utilized right now, but this one's going to need a big one so that I can keep everything all together. And then the next step will be starting to grab some floss. But that was a sweet, sweet gift. Okay, then when I went stitching with Linda on the Sunday after Matthew's birthday, and I didn't record, Diane had graciously gifted me, I've never had any mini prairie schoolers, and I was showing what I was working on, and so she gifted me these 3 little mini prairie schoolers. So I'm excited to have these, and you know, where did my Santa go? Santa will come first. But really, really loving that. Just so sweet, so sweet. Such a nice day. Okay, and then Miss Becca of Sambry Stitches sent me a little happy mail herself. It's really fun to get to know friends, but she sent me the bells on Christmas Day. So thank you, Miss Becca. That was really sweet. And I'm excited. I've looked through it, and I really hope that I could. I think the small one might be real good too, to go with the other one, but I was very excited to add it to my Blackbird collection. And of course, I don't think anything is quite complete with Becca if you don't get the ever cool Bigfoot pocket journal, because we know that she's got a thing for Bigfoot. I don't know if you saw her Instagram post with her Bigfoot. I think it was like a frozen coffee, but it looked delicious. Anyways, so I told her I love this little journal. I just had to laugh. She's like, I had to. So I told her, I said, this is like absolutely so perfect for me to write down when I'm missing DMC or the threads, just real quick, and leave it in my purse, and then I'll always think about her. So, okay. And while I'm talking about this, which I know I'm going over today, and I knew I would, and that's okay. But announcement. We had so much fun with our interview, Becca and myself, that we are decided that we were going to do a live on her FlossTube channel, Q&A, chit chat, Christmas cup of cocoa. Sit down with us on December 22nd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we will be on, like I said, you will follow it, you will find it on her channel. We put a post out on Instagram, and we are excited. We are excited to just share some of our Christmas stitching, maybe some of our Christmas finishes, share our friendship with you, and answer questions live. So mark it on your calendars. I hope to see you there. It'd be wonderful if you made sure that you subscribe to both channels or both Instagram feeds, so that you're getting the reminders and the updates when we put them out there. So we're excited. I'm really, really excited to sit down with her again, and it's just gonna be some great holiday cheer. So that is one announcement I wanted to make sure you got. The second announcement is, at the end of this video, I will attach another little segment that shows you the winner for Mitten Collector. Last time we got together, I had this pattern. Let me see if I can pull it out here. There we go. This is the giveaway from last time, and it came with the button and it came with the fabric. So the winner will be announced at the very end of this video, as well as I mentioned last time that I had 2 very special giveaways. So I shared that my dad has offered 2 beautiful cross-stitching frames. And so I'm going to give away one next weekend on Sunday. So the keyword for this week's giveaway, and I will put a comment that shares with you like what the frame is and the size, but this week's giveaway, the word that you need to use is licorice. Now, that was one of my mom's favorite candy. One of these frames is brand new and the other one was only used one time. And she fell in love with the beautiful frames that she's seen watching Hands Across the Sea and things like that. So my dad graciously really just wanted it to go to a stitcher that would fall in love with it. And that's where you guys all come in. So, and he has graciously offered to help with the shipping. Now, this giveaway is very specific in the sense that it is only for the 48 states. Because of the size of it and what it would cost to ship, it doesn't include Hawaii and it doesn't include Alaska. So only the 48 states, not international. But this is a really sweet giveaway that he's offering. So the first one, it will be this week and it will be considered like the Thanksgiving giveaway. So next Sunday, I will announce the winner for the first frame. And I will try to include some details down at the bottom. Okay, so the same deal applies besides the rule I just went through. You know, don't mention giveaway, don't mention free, don't mention draw. The word is licorice. And I just wanted to pick something that would make me smile, that reminded me of my mom. And yes, I picked up that trait. I unfortunately know I can eat an entire bag of chocolate licorice in a day. That goes, you know, that's an experience, that's a fact. We love chocolate Twizzlers licorice. We love red licorice. We loved black licorice. She loved black Scotty dog licorice. She liked the black when she was a little girl, and I even have had a few. They had the red pipes. They had the black pipes. She likes the Mexican, like, there just isn't a licorice that she doesn't like, and I'm the same. So anyways, the key word is licorice, and I love when people tell me that they hate black licorice. And my granddaughter, Aria, loves licorice and loves black licorice. So I think that is so fun. And I gotta say that Thanksgiving, they came over and they were wearing their, we took some tried to get some Christmas pictures of Heather and her husband and the two grandkids, so she could get them printed for Christmas. And then one of my favorite memories that it's probably the favorite, is going over to my grandmother's house on Christmas Eve and dancing in the living room by the fireplace to music from the Nutcracker. And so we would twirl and dance, and oh my gosh, Aria was twirling and twirling. And she has a light up dress that when you smack the Christmas tree on the dress, it lights up. Came from Target. And she would just had us all laughing so hard because she would be like, "Watch this, Grandma." And she'd smack herself, and you'd think, oh my gosh. But she danced and just reminded me so much of the joys through the eyes of a child at Christmas time. So anyways, keyword licorice. And then the next one, the last frame, the bigger of the two, will be given away from the live Q&A with Becca. That will be one of the giveaways that we have during our live FlossTube get-together on December 22nd. So it'll be a Christmas gift to somebody. Anyways, we're gonna work it all out. I'll actually share it probably that night. And I guess this was a lot to show you. It's an hour and 20 minutes of patterns and finishes and whips and haul and I like I said, I have more. I have my cross stitch, just a few finishes that I got them out, so I will share with you just a couple, and probably that's where I'll sign off, and I will put the last giveaway at the end of the video for you. But I wanted to share, I did this several years back when we first started thinking about farming, and this was by Primitive Acorns, and I think it's Santa and the Three Pigs. So I was definitely new to doing some of my own finishes, which I did. And but anyway, so it's more on the primitive side, but the pigs are absolutely adorable. So that was my primitive acorns. This was 3 years ago. This was a Twin Peak Primitives that came out. So loving the sheep again, kind of finding my groove in what I liked in finishing. Still cute, just the same. This one, I will say, is my all-time, probably one of my all-time favorite Christmas stitches I've done. This was Sue Hillis. I can't tell you the name of it anymore. But if you look up Sue Hillis and Santa's clothes, like it still comes up. There's a charm that comes with, it came with my chart. It was dyed floss. It was fun because it was only a few colors. And I just, I don't know what else to say. It's just so cute. But that I actually think I had just stuck it in this frame. And I think I'm going to get it reframed this year. I think I'm going to bring it in close. And I think I'm going to have it framed. Now, I don't know about the charms or how that'll work. But anyways, that's so cute. He's got his little keys to the cities. Hanging his laundry out. And then I'm going to close off with my favorite Christmas pattern stitch of, all times. And that is Patchwork Santa. I can find you the pattern. It's still out there on eBay. I actually believe that Pam of Just Keep Stitching is going to stitch it this year, or I know she has the pattern because we've talked about it before, and but this is my favorite. This is Patchwork Santa, and I think it was probably a Leisure Arts, maybe, because it was a leaflet, and I did this in 92. Wait a minute here. Yeah, 92. This was the year I moved to Florida, and this has some really, really good memories. I moved to Florida from Michigan, and I lived with my parents for about 8 weeks so I could get my job. I was a paralegal then, so I could find my job. I found it in West Palm, and my mom was like, okay, while you're here, we need something to stitch on together. My mom and I are both, she's more competitive than me, I think. Yeah, she is. But anyways, there she was. But we raced. We raced to see who could finish him first, but basically we worked patch by patch. And anytime we got a full patch done, it was just this great competition that made the time while I was transitioning into finding a new job and getting a new place to live, and that there are just really good memories that we were, I know which house they were in, I know the fireplace that was there, and he is absolutely my kind of Santa. And I love that he's got the gingerbread there. So I believe that, I'm not sure where I'm going to put him in our house this year. It's been fun finding new places. But I can just tell you that this one just brings a lot of sweet memories. I think he's timeless. I think if you're country and you like country decor, I mean, he's just absolutely, perfect. So anyways, I wish I could sit and chat some more and stay with y'all, but I think it's time to come to an end. This is an hour and a half long, and I'm hoping that my little Christmas video at the front of a small portion of my home decorated is I'm going to get it all to work for you. I pray that you have a wonderful week, that you stay healthy, happy, that you stitch and have, stitch on what you love. And right now for me, that is these cross-stitch smalls, and I'm just having a really good time. So those are my plans. It's just easy peasy. Anything I want, when I want, probably on Christmas. And, anyways, I love y'all. I hope you will subscribe and like the video. Thank you for hanging on to the very end. Remember, the word is licorice. And remember, don't forget to floss. Bye, guys. Love ya. Hi, everybody. I'm just jumping on really quick. We're going to insert a small little video announcing the winner for Mitten Collector. That was last week's giveaway. So the winner of that is, hold on one second here, Letha Caltagarone. And I'll spell that. It is Caltagarone. Congratulations, Letha. If I'm saying your name wrong, I am so sorry. I'm sorry for the bumpies. I'm trying to just hold this in my hand. We've tried to do some new things on my FlossTube today, so I hope you like it. It's taken a little extra time. But anyways, 'tis the season, and anyways, congratulations. And all you need to do is send me an email at finallyafarmgirl.com, and and just tell me that you're the winner for Mitten Collector. Remember, obviously I'm going to need your address, so just reach out. You can either message me on Instagram, you can send me a direct message on Facebook, or you can just send me an email. Again, that's finallyafarmgirl@gmail.com. Don't forget to floss. Bye, everybody.